was, as you alluded to, that why did Tim and Bob split?
You know, I just say for me, I just knew it was time for me to move on, and I always wish Tim well, and um, but we're definitely gotten to the point where I'll just say we were just on two different pages, and I'm not saying the page I'm on is superior. We were just on two different pages, and we had evolved into different directions, and I just leave that there, and um, it's really not important
Mm-hmm.
why, but I just knew it was time to move on, so I moved on. Um, but yeah, I wish him well and everything, and yeah, that's really it.
But how does producing as Bob Robinson different now? I know you did some stuff with not Tamia, Tamar Braxton, but what's the
Uh,
difference between your production now? Because
it's really it's really just whatever the artist in particular is one whatever they're wanting to do.
mm,
Um, but I like to do all different types of music. Um, you know, if they because naturally with people want to work with me, they probably want something that sounds like a Tim and Bob song, which is fine. And so, done that for the last 30 years. So that's never a problem giving somebody that kind of vibe. But I always trying to do something a little different and keep myself creatively curious, shall I say. So, um, I'm always going to remain a student, shall I
mm,
say, like, because I probably study music now more than I've ever did. And so I'm more of I'm still learning so much. And so even though I don't myself, work as often as I did, 25 years ago, I try to get out and enjoy life more these days and, spend more time with my family. A lot of things I sacrificed early on.
mm.
So I try to enjoy those things more now. But but yeah, it's really whatever that artist, wants to do. Um, I like something I actually like in doing these days too is collaborating with the younger generation because when we were coming up, again, we were so into we didn't really collaborate with we collaborate with the artists, but as far as working with other producers,
Yeah.
we just didn't do that. We just so honed in on our sound and like building our sound. So now it's like a breath of fresh air for me to work with some younger guys and to pass off knowledge to them, um, and to mentor. Like, I said earlier, I'm so introverted, but like I find myself becoming a mentor to a lot of people, you know, across many states. And so, so there's several people that I keep in contact with regularly, and they'll call me, "Hey man, oh gee, I need your advice, man. Tell me, should I do this
Okay.
deal or not? Should I do this? Should I do this? And it's so rewarding and gratifying for me to, pull from my experience, whatever, and from my path that I've been on, and give, give some guys some advice that'll hopefully help them, help them down the road or whatever. And so yeah, I'm enjoying that these days. And yeah, it's really cool to see. And it's really another thing that's really cool to see is these new generation embracing our old songs. Like, every someone is always which I'm very grateful for, but get a lot of people doing like interpolations of some of our music they
Mm.
don't know, or Thong song, or like Missing You, all these different people sampling these songs now over and over and over. It's really cool. It's like it kind of makes me say to myself, wow, I guess we did a couple things right.
Yeah.
We did some things wrong, but I guess we did a couple things right after all. And so
But do you have to, I mean, not to have to, do you miss working as much as you did in the 90s, or do you enjoy like, almost like semi-retired where you can do if you wanted to make tracks now?
Speaking for myself,
Mhm.
I would say I definitely feel like life is I feel like my life is a lot more balanced now. But I feel back then it wasn't that way, but it was like it needed to be that way for certain things to get achieved and for me to reach certain realizations in life.
Mhm.
Even if it's to look back and be like, wow. So this is what being at the top is supposed to feel like. Wow, I still feel like something's missing.
Mhm.
And so that's when I had to learn the other things about life that didn't involve music, but that would in return be the inspiration for music. And so so I just kind of these days take things a day at a time. And I try to be more present and like be more present even more in my son's life and my daughter's life. I'm at that age now when most guys is like, they passed 18 now, I done did my job, I'm good, I can. But now I feel like I'm needed in life more than ever because they're both at pivotal points in their life. My son he's about to be 25, my daughter's about to be 23. And I feel where they are in life, I feel they need me more than ever.
Mhm.
And it's good to see them where they at in life now, both doing so well. And but make no mistake, like I still, I'm sitting in my dining room, but all my music stuff is literally because my studio is up there, but look, my dining room is filled with music stuff right here.
Okay.
So make no mistake, like it's definitely still very much a part of my life, and I'm working on some things now for a friend of mine for his corporate side. So I'm doing like some other things, really fun projects, like curate music for a friend of mine who's one of the top developers and architects, here in LA, and he has a very successful firm, and so I'm curating music for him and for his like these different lines, high end, because he like builds like $50 million homes, and so like I'm collaborating with him with the music for his. That's kind of like going to be like a signature for his product, So curating music for that. That's something that I'm doing right now. Like, so I'm trying to do projects that I haven't done or types of, I work on a lot of random stuff that people will probably be surprised and like, wow, you work with that person. That person is actually unsigned. I'm like, I know, that's why I wanted to work with them. And yeah, that's exactly why. And so yeah, I like working on different things. It just kind of just depends on my mood that day.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that kind of.
And somewhere in between
us for even loving us, on which I did miss you with.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No, okay.
They don't understand what Jonas boys and men all
Play it.
And all these guys, they all work together.
I mean, I love all different genres.